As she said, my name is Carla Arnold. I was born and raised here on the north side, North Charles Street, a fine view, and then back to Wilson Avenue. And I'm one of those people who don't drive. So Port Authority has been my lifeline. And so luckily we live in a city where we did have Port Authority. And so you could almost go anywhere and maneuver. But my story takes place in 2001. And I worked at a place called Central Blood Bank, had been there a number of years. I had a shift that was like 11 to 7. So in the morning time, I didn't have to get up early. But what I did was I used to get up in the morning, and so not to have any negative, I used to not turn on the TV, but I used to play music, whether it be classical, R&B, whatever, but it was music that I played. And so I went about my morning and took your shower, relaxing, listened to the music, and then it was time to go to work. So I walk out my door. The bus stop is only a quarter block away from where I lived at. And I'm there on the bus. I get on, and I see some people that generally are on there. I really don't know them, but they generally are on the bus. And I go and I sit down, and I'm listening, and they're saying, that's a shame. Why would they fly a plane into that building? And I'm sitting there saying, what are they talking about? And they went on and they said, oh, they're flying to Washington. Oh my God, they're going to go to Pennsylvania. They're in Pennsylvania. And I said, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt your conversation, but what are you talking about? And they said, the planes flew into New York City and hit the Twin Towers. And I said, oh. I said, no, that can't be real. They said, yes, it's real. They flew in and they done went to Washington, D.C., and now they're probably coming to Pittsburgh. I don't know how they figured that one out, but that's what it was. And so we're on the bus, we're riding, they're talking, and we get to downtown Pittsburgh, and it's absolute chaos. The bus couldn't go any further because people were walking in the street trying to get out of downtown because they figured that's where, if the plane was going to come to Pittsburgh, it was going to hit downtown. So people are walking through. I'm trying to walk back to my job just to know that I reported in. But like I said, I work for Central Blood Bank. So I finally make it up Fifth Avenue. And at that point in time, we were at across the street from Chatham Center. And when I got there, I noticed up the street that there were a line of people. And it went all the way up Fifth Avenue. And I get into the building, and we come, and they tell us that, we have all these people, we're getting calls in. We need for you to make the appointments, but have them spread it out because technically we were told they really don't need the blood. And the whole experience of doing that and being on the Port Authority when I found out, there were people on that bus today that I still talk to just because we had a connection on the bus. And that's so, Port Authority has always held a little, you get mad, but it always held a little piece of me. And I always support riding a bus. It's where you meet friends that last for a lifetime. And that friend, her name is Cheryl Gainey. She's the one who told me that 9/11 happened. So what's your experience? Have you been on a bus? When's the last time you rode the bus? It's an experience. And you find people on the bus that you can build a lifelong friendship with. Thank you.